Hi Virgo, welcome to your full moon in Cancer reading for December 26, 2023. Full moons close out cycles, so it's kind of appropriate for the end of the year. The direction this reading is going in is number 3, your intention behind a mask. You may be putting on a face here. Or somebody around you is, meaning that they are behaving one way, but really they're thinking or really are something else. Number 3, however, is a really great number. It is, it's creative. It's the creative principle. It's creation itself. It's the Trinity. It's a holy number. It's an important number. This is your intention. And maybe you just want to put on a new mask. Maybe you're taking on a new kind of persona. Maybe you have to behave in a particular way that you wouldn't normally. It doesn't have to be negative. But it can be, or maybe somebody's putting on another face for you, and maybe you just it's the holidays, and family and friends are by, and maybe you don't really want to do it, but you're there putting on a face, pretending you're enjoying yourself, where you'd rather be snuggled up in a blanket watching It's a Wonderful Life or something like that, which happens to be one of my favorite films. So okay, with that, you have the Hierophant card. Now, this is your focus. And this can be, I find this very interesting, it's associated with Taurus. It's a very traditional card, so it can be tradition. Makes sense with this time of year, New Year's, Christmas, that kind of energy. And we're doing the things that we're supposed to be doing. Maybe you're going to midnight mass and you really don't want to. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. It's like, okay, I got to go to church because it's Christmas. I'm putting on the mask. And normally I don't go to church, but, whatever. It's that kind of energy. The Hierophant can be organizations. Maybe you work for an organization. You're dealing with an organization. It's Taurus, so it's very much about tradition. It's my no card. So you may be giving somebody a no. Maybe you're being offered an opportunity to go out for New Year's or Christmas or something like that, and you just would rather not. So you may give a no answer. You may have to be filling out forms for some reason. You may have to be dealing with organizations, getting permission, that kind of thing. 5 is an number of instability, but it pushes us to find balance. This is not my favorite card, but I'm not very traditional, so maybe that's why. It doesn't mean that it's a negative card. However, here's the thing that I find interesting with the 2 cards here. We're behind a mask, and this gives you only partial answers. He's holding up his hand. He holds up 2. The Devil card holds up his entire hand and shows you everything. Whereas this one, you either have to ask permission, you have to fill out forms, you're just not going to get the total answer. Maybe you're holding something back with the behind the mask card. It can be something like that. Okay. So I'm going to lay out all the cards first. The first column is you and how you, no, I'm sorry. It is where you may find yourself at the time of the full moon, or it can be what is being closed out for you. And again, you may receive a no answer or you may give a no answer. The second column is you and how you see the whole situation, how you're behaving within the situation. Okay, so far we have a little bit of everything. All the elements. Okay, King of Wands. A little bit of fiery energy there. And then the last column is probable outcome. And I say probable because sometimes we can change things, but if we are meant to experience something, if that's what we came here for, then that's what we're going to do. So some things can be changed, some things cannot. It's always duality, it's always both, because we live in a dualistic world. Okay, so first column, Page of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Page of Pentacles is my Capricorn card. They are people who empower themselves, they empower other people. They are about empowerment. And it's usually through the earthly matters, right? Because we're talking about earth. So can be health or finances, work, that kind of thing. What they can do with their hands. This is maybe somebody around you, probably a younger person and maybe less experienced, but they have just learned something that they would like to put into practice. That's the meaning of the Page of Pentacles. But it can just be somebody in your vicinity, somebody who's coming to visit, because this is moving away from situations or moving on. But it can also be the travel card. We're moving from difficult emotional waters to more calmer waters. And the thing is, though, is we're taking our lessons with them. We want to understand what just happened, because we come from a Five of Swords with the Six of Swords, right? The Five of Swords came right before this, and that was something difficult that had just happened. So it can be that this person has just experienced something difficult and they're looking to move on from a situation and finding calmer space in which to understand what just took place, what just happened. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pull another one. This is mental and emotional energy, the Six of Swords. And so mentally you want to think about things. Emotionally you want calmer waters. You want to think of them from a calmer space of mind. Oh, nice. The Star card. Okay. We can be looking with an eye towards the future. This may be somebody who we're going to be dealing with in the future. The Star card is a hopeful card, but it is also information that is available to one, is available to everybody. So the experiences that we have kind of go into the big pool of experiences, and we can draw from that. We do not live in a vacuum, and so we can draw from other people's experiences. We can learn from other people's experiences. For example, scientists can come up with a theory, and we don't have to calculate and do it ourselves because it's already been done, and we can use those theories, we can use that information for whatever good we need for, whatever we're working on, that kind of thing with the Star card. You may feel like you're being led, or this person may be leading you somewhere, but there's hope, and for the future, it's a very hopeful card. And we may feel like we're being led in a particular direction, or moving in a direction where we feel like that's the place that we need to go to. We feel like we're being led. Now, this can be you, but it can also be this Page of Pentacles that you're dealing with, because you have the Two of Wands and the King of Wands. So that's very fiery energy, which means that is your passions. It's the stuff that gets you up and out of bed and say, okay, I can't wait to work on this particular thing. The Two of Pentacles, or Two of Wands rather, can be that you are deciding. It's a duality, right? So there's some possible decisions that need to be made. You can have established something and are ready to move in a new direction. But you're kind of looking out into the world or outside of yourself to see maybe how other people have done it, or where this new passion, this new idea can find a place. Who would accept it? What would they do with it? What are other people doing with it? How are they doing it? You might look out into the other world, out to the outer world, to see how other people have done it. Let's say you want to start a business. Let's say you want to start, I don't know. Let me pick something. You want to make bags, for instance. And you want to see how have other people set up their shop, or how did they create it, or what were their ideas, and how can I incorporate that into mine? Because again, we have maybe established something, but there's something else now that we're looking towards that we kind of want to get started on here. And the nice thing is the King of Wands, which is how you are behaving, Virgo, is the idea of they're trailblazers, right? And so you may look to see what other people are doing, but you still have a mind of your own. You still have this way of you want to go in and see what you can do, what you can bring to the situation. King of Wands, or Aries, is the first sign in the zodiac, and so they don't have anybody to compare themselves to, and that's why they're trailblazers. They'll go in, they'll figure it out, they'll see what it's like inside the dark cave, and they'll come out and tell everybody and say, okay, this is the right path to go, it's safe in this direction. It's kind of like that energy, but it's also just sort of figuring it out as you go. That's my feeling here, which is okay because we're in a dualistic situation anyway. You'll always have challenges and rewards. And that's how you learn, right? Those challenges. However, you have the Three of Cups here, which is the joy of life. There can be other people around you, and you may be actually holding other people up. Could be this person. You could be cheering them on. You could be inspiring them. You can be imparting your knowledge to help this, let's say, this Page of Pentacles who wants to get something new started. This is the joie de vivre, the joy of life, something to celebrate. So there can be celebrations around you. Maybe it's New Year's and we're looking towards, what we're going to do in the coming year. But these are celebrations. These are mostly it's women who hold each other up because these are the muses, right? So it can be this, again, more inspired energy. Again, 3, a creative number, and you have that here twice. And for things to get started, maybe there are kind of like forms that need to be filled out, organizations that need to be contacted, that kind of thing. And you may be very busy with that around this time, within these next 2 weeks. The probable outcome is the Ten of Cups and the Emperor. The Ten of Cups is faith in the future. This is the couple from the Two of Cups that have gone through the entire cycle and they have matured. So this is a very emotional maturity, but it is, and the emotional maturity gives birth to faith. Right? We've seen how we've overcome these emotional situations, and that has given us faith with that Ten of Cups. It's also celebrations. It's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It's happy family. In my herbal deck, this is the marijuana plant. It is cannabis. And so there's this lighter feeling, this lightness of being with the Ten of Cups. It can also be that we kind of want to get away from dreary and boring responsibilities. And sometimes it can be that we shirk our responsibilities. However, and it's possible because we've got some parties and festivities going on, but we still, the Hierophant, and the Hierophant here, which is your focus, is really traditional. It's Taurus, and so we're responsible. We do the responsible thing. And we have Emperor here, which is also another Aries card. And the Emperor is also somebody who takes their responsibilities very seriously. But perhaps your responsibility at this point is to your family and to having some fun. And you have a responsibility towards that as well. But maybe you have like work on the mind or something else on the mind. And so you're putting on this mask of yes, let's party, there's gaiety. And in the meantime, your head is spinning and saying, okay, I've got other responsibilities to do. And let me think about this work situation and the rules and the regulations and blah, 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 blah. That's the Emperor card. Can also be that you are dealing with a father figure or somebody in authority. There is a decision that needs to be made here with the Two of Swords. This is the moon in Libra. Libra finds it difficult to make decisions sometimes because they can see both sides of a situation. And so this card asks you not to negate your heart, not to negate your feelings. It's not just all mental work. It's again, hopes and desires and what your emotion can bring to the situation. It's just not all logic. There's other things to factor in here. And this card says, make a choice, because no matter what you choose, you will always have challenges and rewards. no matter what you decide. So either decision will bring you challenges and rewards. That kind of energy. Okay, interesting. Again, I don't have all my cards with me, but this is a sentimental card, or deck rather, that was given to me. And so what does Spirit want you to know? You have the number 11. There's something to learn here. 11 is the psychic's number, but it's also, it's God looking at God, right? And so it's kind of like you can see the good in everyone. You can see God in everyone, but you compare, right? What is that God doing? What is this God doing? It's that kind of energy, 11. It's definitely it's a big learning curve, and it's not an easy number to live with if that is your numerology number. But it is the psychic's number. Okay, and so you have let go of the past and move forward. So there is something here that I feel like I said, your intention here, you may be putting on a different persona or a different face, but there's really other things going on in the background. That's kind of my feeling. But the future looks good, and because, we're moving up towards New Year's, I guess people are kind of looking with an eye towards the new year. For me, the new year really starts in the spring. But because why do you start something when it's, when there's death, and the winter is death, everything dies, and there's no rebirth until spring. So, but I guess consensually we all decided, okay, this is the new year, except me. All right. I hope this has been helpful. It looks pretty positive to me. I think you're going to have some good times. I think you're going to have some choices to make. And I do feel like you're going to be dealing with some large organizations and maybe some people in authority in those organizations. And maybe it can even just be office parties, It can be something that simple. Thank you for listening. I hope this has been helpful. I will return in 2 weeks with a new moon reading. Until then, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, whatever you're celebrating. May it be joyous, and I wish you many, many blessings. Take care for now.